Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into an herb you probably have in your kitchen right now, peppermint. But what if I told you this familiar, refreshing plant is hiding some pretty incredible scientific secrets? It's being transformed from a simple tea flavoring into a potential powerhouse for modern medicine. So when I say peppermint, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably something like
A warm, soothing cup of tea, right? Perfect for settling your stomach?
Or maybe you think of the sharp, sweet taste of a candy cane.
And of course, there's the classic fresh flavor of chewing gum. It's all very comforting, very familiar.
But when scientists look at peppermint through the lens of clinical trials and molecular biology, they see a far more complex and, honestly, a much more powerful story unfolding. So today, we're going to uncover that story. We'll start with its role as a gut guardian. Then we'll see how it's being used as a microscopic superweapon. After that, we'll explore some new and emerging frontiers in liver health. And finally, we'll ask what a minty future might really look like. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to start with peppermint's most famous benefit, its incredible ability to soothe our digestive system, especially for people dealing with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. And a really key study that highlights this comes out of Japan. Researchers there ran a trial to see exactly what would happen when patients with IBS took enteric-coated peppermint oil capsules. And what's so fascinating here is just how consistent the results were. After only 4 weeks, patients reported significant improvements across the board. Less pain, less bloating, less urgency, you name it. The effect was broad and really, really powerful. And this number? This just says it all. By the end of the 4 weeks, a whopping 85.1% of patients said their overall IBS symptoms had improved. I mean, for a simple herbal remedy in a clinical setting, that is a remarkable result. Now let's build on that, because peppermint's power isn't just about soothing muscles. Scientists are actually harnessing it to fight one of the biggest threats to global health we have, antibiotic-resistant bacteria. The key here is a process called green synthesis. It sounds complicated, but the idea is pretty simple. Instead of using harsh chemicals, researchers are using the natural compounds inside peppermint extract to build microscopic weapons, specifically zinc oxide nanoparticles. Here's kind of how it works. First, they pull out all those active compounds from peppermint leaves. Then, they mix this extract with a zinc salt solution. And here's the cool part. The peppermint compounds act like a natural construction crew, assembling the zinc into these incredibly small but really potent nanoparticles. So why is this such a big deal? Well, you see, a lot of bacteria have evolved these clever defenses to block or just pump out our traditional antibiotics. But these peppermint-derived nanoparticles, they launch a direct physical assault. They actually disrupt the bacterial cell membrane itself, which is much, much harder for the bacteria to defend against. And this quote from the research paper explains the beautiful chaos they cause inside. Once a nanoparticle gets in, it just wreaks havoc. It messes with enzymes, with gene expression, the cell's internal balance, everything. It leads to this thing called oxidative stress, which basically overwhelms and kills the bacterium from the inside out. And they're also incredibly effective against one of bacteria's smartest defenses, biofilms. A biofilm is like a slimy fortress that bacteria build to protect themselves. Well, check out this chart. In the control group, 88% of the bacteria formed these strong biofilms. But when treated with peppermint extract, that number plummeted to just 20%. It's like it knocks down the castle walls. So we're peeling back another layer here. And the research doesn't stop with the gut and bacteria. Scientists are now starting to explore how peppermint's unique properties might help protect our other vital organs, like the liver. Now, this research is still in the early stages. We're talking preclinical, but it is fascinating. In one study, researchers gave rats non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and then they treated some of them with peppermint oil to see if it could have any protective effects. And the results were really promising. This chart shows the levels of 2 key liver enzymes, AST and ALT. You can think of these as warning bells that go off when the liver is damaged. As you can see, the rats that got the peppermint oil showed a significant drop in these enzymes, which strongly suggests a protective effect on the liver. So how's it doing this? Well, a big piece of the puzzle seems to be its ability to fight oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as a kind of cellular damage, like rust building up inside our bodies. It's a major driver behind conditions like fatty liver disease. And peppermint, Well, it's just packed with antioxidant compounds that seem to help neutralize that damage.
So, we've journeyed from the digestive tract to a microscopic battlefield and deep into the cells of the liver. What does this all really mean for the future of this common garden herb?
Well, we've seen peppermint's journey from just a simple herbal tea to a really complex tool in modern science. It's a clinically validated treatment for IBS, it's a key ingredient for creating new bacteria-fighting nanoparticles, it's a weapon against biofilms, and a potential shield for our vital organs.
This whole transformation from something so familiar to something so futuristic, it really makes you think, doesn't it? It shows us that sometimes the answers to our biggest medical challenges might not come from a sterile lab, but could be quietly growing right in our own gardens, just waiting to be rediscovered.